There are three phrases that we are taught growing up as children which are very critical for our social interaction. Magic words, they call them. Please, thank you, and I'm sorry. Hey there, my name is John Paul, and nope, I'm not a pope, even though I love to help you cope by instilling in you some hope. Today, you and I are dope. We are talking about saying sorry, the why, the when, the ways, and then the benefits of saying sorry. Stay tuned. Growing up, saying sorry has never been a problem. I guess it is so for everyone else. But as you grow and become aware of yourself and your environment, there are certain times you question yourself whether or not you should say sorry. Agreeably, saying sorry can be hard sometimes. Yes, the number one reason why saying sorry could be hard is that it makes you feel guilty. It's a feeling that not everyone wants to have close to their heart. Even when indeed they have committed an act or they have done something that needs saying sorry, this feeling of guilt is something that people don't want to actually, consider. Better still, hold on to. So the feeling of guilt makes it difficult for people to say sorry. Another reason why saying sorry can be hard for people, adults for that matter, is because it comes across as instilling the feeling of inadequacy. What do I mean? Feeling inadequate just means that you feel less of a person, and because you already are thrown into a state of self-aggrandizement, you want to put yourself across as that hardy individual who has everything figured out and must not say sorry. Listen, you need to repent from that. So these are two reasons why saying sorry can be hard. Because we are all social beings, in one way or the other, you may be needing to say sorry, and sometimes you don't even know that you have to say sorry. I want to now tell you when saying sorry becomes very important. Now, it is often said that your word is your bond. So if you give a promise and you are unable to fulfill that promise, hey, you need saying I'm sorry and saying that sincerely. So anytime you're unable to keep your word, do not forget to say sorry. Another time that you should be saying sorry is when you have insulted or behaved badly. And sometimes unintentionally, some words may proceed out of your mouth, words that you didn't intend to say. But hey, after all, the harm has already been caused. So what you need to do when you have insulted or you have hurt someone is to say, I am sorry. Again, when you have been disrespectful to anyone in any way, I think the most ideal thing to do is to just quickly reconcile and say, I am sorry. Do not let time pass by without apologizing when you have done something which is considered disrespectful. The more you apologize, the better for the relationship. There are times that you have wrong perceptions of people. You judge people wrongly even before knowing them. You judge them harshly in a way that makes them feel less human. When that moment of epiphany hits you and you realize that no, you were wrong, just approach the individual and just say sorry in a way that is loving, in a way that is accepting. So hey, oftentimes we even judge people before we get to know them, and we get close to them and then we find out that they are nice in person. Now let's look at tips or ways in which you can render a sincere apology. Yes, keyword sincere apology. The first thing you want to do is to take responsibility for your action. Obviously, there may be something you have done for which you are needing to apologize. So you need to acknowledge and take responsibility for that behavior, that action, and then you can go on to say, I am sorry, which is the next thing. Once you allow yourself to come to terms with the fact that what you did wasn't right, isn't right, then you have to now go on to say that I am sorry. And then saying sorry doesn't have to come across as though you are being coerced to do that, or you are apologizing under any kind of duress. You should come out of your own self and now render the apology. Obviously, if you have taken responsibility for your action, it means that yes, you've put your best foot forward and you are now needing to say sorry for the wrong thing that you did. Keep it simple. Don't dramatize. Don't sensationalize the apology. As much as you can, just try to keep the apology as simple as you should. And when you are done, do not forget to acknowledge the feeling of the one to whom you are apologizing. You must recognize that the behavior for which you took responsibility, the behavior for which you are apologizing and have kept your apology simple, you should also let the one to whom you are apologizing know that you acknowledge that the behavior made them feel this way and that way. Maybe you can do that by letting them know that if you were in their shoes, you were going to feel the same. And that there is the icing on the cake. And then there's that, feeling of empathy. And then the one to whom you are apologizing knows that, this apology of yours is coming from a very deep place. And this, my friend, is how you render a sincere apology. Now, when all of this is done, you can just know that you are ready to benefit and enjoy the fruit of your sincere apology. Obviously, the apology you are rendering is going to go on further to rebuild trust in the relationship that you share with a person. Everyone wants to be loved, wants to feel valued. So as far as you are rendering a sincere apology, you are rebuilding the trust that you share with whoever, the person for that matter, which goes further to mend that broken relationship that you had with the individual. Now, relationships will be broken one day or the other, but what do they say? Broken crayons still color. But as much as possible, just make sure that you are, apologizing so that that broken relationship could be mended. Listen, don't feel so proud. As far as you are here on earth, you are going to need another human being to achieve or attain your goals. And like we have said, no man is an island entire of itself. So it is critical that you mend every broken relationship. Go on, apologize, and the benefit will be for your broken relationship to be mended. Another benefit for apologizing is that it reestablishes dignity for the one that you have wronged. Oftentimes, people who we have wronged are so surprised by our behavior that they feel that you of all people should know best and shouldn't treat them the way that you did. And that goes on to bruise their dignity and their autonomy as individuals. But as far as you are ready and willing to apologize to that person, note, that person walks around with a baggage. And do not add up by allowing the person to feel and think endlessly about why you should treat him or her the manner that you did. So as far as you go on to apologize, you are re-establishing the dignity of the individual that you have wronged, which is good for the person's mental health as well as yours, because the guilt with which you walk around, having known that you have wronged someone, can overwhelm you and even derail you from doing the things you should do normally. So go on, say that sorry to that individual, establish that person's dignity, and you too feel light. The last but not the least benefit I'd like to touch on is the fact that as far as you are apologizing, one benefit we get is that we are going to re-establish relationship rules. Note, there are always rules to every game, and relationships are no exception. And for any two parties who have come together to be in a relationship, social, business, you name it, you are going to re-establish relationship rules as far as apologies are rendered. What that would look like is that, hey, we agreed that we are doing this, we are doing that, but you went contrary to this and you went contrary to that. And for that reason, please, you have to consider, not doing that again going forward. It would help us to reach our goal. An example of re-establishment of relationship goals is what I have just given you. So when you think about all of these, listen, even when you feel like you don't need to say sorry, sometimes just say it for your own mental health sake. Just say it so you can walk around feeling very light. One thing you must acknowledge as an individual is that apologizing doesn't just go in favor of the one to whom you are apologizing, but it also helps you, the one who is rendering the apology. Very important. I want to emphasize this and let you know that your mental health is at stake, because as we may have learned or heard about, as far as you wrong someone, that part of your person that walks around knowing that a form of imbalance in the way you function, it doesn't make you, reach your optimum. So listen, apologizing helps you so much. It helps the one to whom you are apologizing, and we are good to go. The relationship just gets better and better. Today has been me, John Paul, the mouthpiece, telling you about the essence of apologizing, saying sorry, the when, the why. It is hard for people to say sorry, and even how to even say sorry in itself. If you think that today's information that I gave you today is something that you found beneficial, thank you so much. But hey, consider subscribing so that when I post another video, you can see it. As well, leave a comment. Tell us about a situation you found yourself and needed to apologize, for which you did it right and the end game was glorious. Let us know in the comment section how we could help you, in a situation that you find troubling. Saying sorry is something which is difficult for you. I want to thank you for your time. Come back again, because we have more stuff for you that would up your mental health. Remember, you and I are dope. Thank you.